And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Collins is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Okoro. And it's James in at the two-guard spot. And for San Diego, Porter is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Only a small part of the season behind us, RJ, but an exciting time for teams that are exceeding expectations, surprising everyone.
And those teams are going to want to harness that underdog energy. The hardest part isn't getting off to a good start, it's sustaining.
Now here's Schroeder. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
And Collins now top the key. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Schroeder passes to Porter. Back to Schroeder. San Diego moving the ball around. To the middle. O'Neal finds Thompson. Good on the bucket.
Klay can get it done inside, too. His role on this team is to score.
Pass to Buzelis. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Porter. He can't get that one to fall. Giddey with it. Picked up by Thompson. And a wide-open look for James. Off target from three-point range. Now, here's Thompson. Lob pass to Bagley. And here is O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Collins grabs the miss. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now, here's Okoro, guarded by Porter. Okoro kicks to James. Here's Collins. Good in the assist. Goes to James.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
San Diego, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. O'Neal looking around. Back to Schroeder. O'Neal sets the screen for Schroeder. San Diego with another miss.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to Buzelis. Giddey with the screen on Schroeder. Now Giddey, guarded by Porter. O'Neal passes to Schroeder. Back to Shaq. Plays it up and banks it in.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Giddey kicks to Okoro. James outside. Back to Okoro. Pass to Collins. Stolen by O'Neal. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And the shot is good. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for San Diego.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Thompson outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Thompson. Goes up to the stripe. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Thompson's got 6 points.
Phenomenal shooter from the mid-range. All Klay needs is a little bit of daylight. lag a little bit, and it is golden.
Back to Giddey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
James sets the screen for Giddey. The shot's good. He has 7.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Schroeder passes to Thompson. Porter kicks to Bagley. Pass to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The putback. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is, on paper, the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
San Diego shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he makes the first. O'Neal hits them both. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
Giddey finds Okoro. In the corner, Collins with it. Giddey surveying the D. Here he goes.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
Giddey against Schroeder. Left side, O'Neal. Back to Thompson. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 5. San Diego needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Thompson outside. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded by Collins. Thompson passes to O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
They have really got to color
and
code
here's
those.
the 2K leaderboard with the list of the
They gotta
NBA's
color
top
code those
rebounding
icons, man.
teams this season.
It's so hard to distinguish between
It's
circles
not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top board
color code their
has been a
icons.
huge key to their success.
Now here's Giddey after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. Giddey with it. He's got 9. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Left side, Porter. San Diego moving the ball around. It's deflected.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
The deep 3 from Thompson. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got 9 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Giddey kicks to James. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by San Diego. Shaq's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bagley the pass to O'Neal.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Porter. He's putting up about 21 points per 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural
Might see Shaq go to the line a lot tonight, man. They ain't got nobody big up front, man.
Lead the charge.
San Diego
Get ready
with
to
some
see
changes.
a lot of Shaq
Sarge has
free throw line
checked
tonight,
in for
look like.
Bagley. Isaiah Joe comes in for Porter. And it's Ellison for Dennis Schroeder. And Chicago also making a switch. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Collins. He doesn't get the second one. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Giddey. Now Buzelis. Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by O'Neal. Inside. Oh, the jam by O'Neal!
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Chicago making some changes. Carter comes in for James. And Jones subbed in for Okoro. Giddey finds Smith. And here's Carter, covered by Joe. Carter looking around. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Giddey. Jacks up a 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Ellis with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Shaq. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 9. And they get it. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And he drops it in from the low post. And that's 11 points for Shaquille O'Neal.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Back to Jones. Shot on the wing. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ellis the pass to Joe. Out to the wing. Left side, Saric. Pass to Shaq. Kicks it out to Ellis. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Shaq's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now here's Jones. 9 points last game. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Ellis, defended by Jones. Ellis against Jones. Down low, it's tipped. Joe finds O'Neal over Smith. Almost, but it rolls out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
To stop the drought, it's hauled in by San Diego. O'Neal's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ellis outside. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now here is Smith. Nothing on the board. Giddey, no good. Here's Joe, defended by Carter. Pass to O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
Here's Giddey. Last game he had 13. Smith with a screen on Thompson. Smith outside. And And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's San Diego with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Hey, guys, what's your take on San Diego so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
They've got Michael Porter. Isaiah Joe is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Eubanks in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Chicago, they've got Jalen Smith. Jones is out there with Carter. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's Asenge in at the 3, the small forward.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Jones. After the basket by Dario Saric. Smith outside. They set the pick to the inside. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that can direct the floor and can control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
And he makes both free throws. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Schroeder against Jones. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Here's Jones. No scoring in this one. Smith outside. Pass to Williams. It's hauled in by San Diego.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Left side, Porter. Porter double team. Here's Saric. 6 to shoot. Schroeder passes to Porter. Back to Schroeder from 12 feet out. It's hauled in by Lanier. Bulls have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Smith.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Out to Saric from deep three-point land. Williams with the defensive effort. So for San Diego, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Jones, no good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Inside, here's Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Porter comes to help. Williams, a screen on Schroeder. Jones drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
San Diego leading by 20. Schroeder outside. Pass to Joe. Eubanks with it. He's against Smith. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Jones looking for an opening. Here's O'Neal. Guarded by Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Smith with it. Misses the 3.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
A top 10 pick in 2020, Jalen Smith, Richard, played for 3 teams before his 25th birthday. He's seen a lot.
Yeah, that's such a challenge for a young player. I moved around a bit. It was later in my career. Give Jalen credit. Despite the changes, he is still developing well. He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Williams in the post, covered by Sharich. Williams' shot is off. San Diego leading by 22. Schroeder outside. San Diego moving the ball around. Back to Joe. They set the screen. From outside, off the mark. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Smith finds Jones. Carter sets the pick for Jones. To the paint. Carter, the pass to Smith. And here's Porter. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Jones. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And no good. Trying to use the glass. San Diego is on 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Porter. Basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Williams. Still yet to score. Over Sharich. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's about as good of a look as you're going to get. Nice execution.
And San Diego decides to take their first time out here. And San Diego will go with a different look here. Shaq's checked in for Eubanks. Bagley comes in for Sharich. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Keon Ellis in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Shaq. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Giddey. It's Collins, high post. Can't hit that one. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Porter. Fires from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Okoro kicks to Collins. Collins a screen on Ellis. Ellis against Giddey. Now, Buzelis. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. To the middle. Here's Bagley. Pass to Ellis. Back to Thompson. Now, here is O'Neal. Over Collins. And it's good off the back rim and in. Shaq's got 17 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Collins. Good, and the assist goes to James.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Porter in the corner. Pass to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Ellis. Fires away from outside. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Here's Collins. Now here's Giddey. He's got 9.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Left side Collins. Pass to Okoro. Here's Giddey. Off target with his 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Buzelis' shot is good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
San Diego has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Shaq. Outside Porter from past the arc. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Now Buzelis. 1:04 left in the first half. Collins up top. Okoro finds James. Collins wide open. He fires. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Bagley sends a screen for Ellis. Pass to Porter. Back to Ellis. O'Neal a screen on Giddey. And stolen by Giddey. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. He can't get it to go. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Bagley dishes to Thompson. Another 3 for San Diego.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Giddey with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Okoro. Here's Buzelis. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Diego leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they do not look good.
They seem to be going from bad to worse.
That's right.
And it's no surprise to see them fall down the rankings as they have. They just don't scare anyone right now.
Nope.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for San Diego.
They are just racking up the assists right now, playing for one another. Man, this is great.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep up this mentality in the second half. If they do, they win.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
19 team assists for Team Diesel. Moving the ball pretty well tonight. Not very many turnovers either. They're just destroying Chicago. Chicago's one of the worst teams in the league right now, though. So this is kind of expected, but.
And with a big gap on
Team
the
Diesel leading
scoreboard,
the
the
Western
second
Conference.
half begins
Best
with
record.
very different goals for these teams. One side trying to
sure you
mount a
guys read the description
comeback,
area.
one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
We've got Dennis Schroeder. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Thompson, and it's Porter at the 3. Schroeder passes to O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Bagley with a wide open look. They get it again, and the dunk by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
And so James will bring it up for the Bulls. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And for Chicago, James is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Okoro. And it's Buzelis in at the 4 spot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Now here's Schroeder.
It works well there. Not much resistance.
Oh, man, I wasn't going to bat. I was going to
that
Shaq.
just comes down to a lack of effort. The
All right.
defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Look at Bagley. He hit it, though.
Here's James. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis.
Whether he's off ball or on.
Strong drive by Buzelis, trying to get back in this game.
Brings to the floor.
They got a long way to go, though.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Problem is they just don't have anybody to rebound. They don't have any rebounders in there. They got no size. Their outside shot isn't landing. And when that happens, you get the blowouts. You have no paint game, and you're so dependent on the 3-point shot landing that if you go against a team that has an inside attack, you're going to get blown out.
The free throw
Just a matter of time.
for Buzelis.
Couple that with the fact that Team Diesel was hitting their threes because they're double teaming. You're giving up wide open threes to knock down shooters.
Good on both. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's
We're
right.
bringing Shaq out high right now.
That's going to draw
Trying
a
to stretch the
every
defense
time
out and give
down
Shaq
the
some
floor.
easy
Not
run-ins.
even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Giddey kicks to James.
But no one's really going for it, obviously, because they're not going to play Shaq with the
Here's
jump shot.
Buzelis.
So just experiment right now, see if we can get away
and
with it.
here's James outside. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Schroeder outside. Collins grabs the miss.
You see?
Chicago
they don't respect Shaq's jumper, so it's really hard to get that double drag series off with Shaq.
And you know he's enjoyed.
They're sitting down that run, as you would do.
The basketball.
We're gonna get out of that. It's not working.
Into this game.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. San Diego moving the ball around. Knocks it loose, and they recover it. And it's wide.
Oh, my God. Look at that rebound by Shaq. I know he hit that, but look at this. This is a rebound. Now, this is a man's rebound right here, bro. Good ball movement, too, by the way. But, man, look at this rebound by Diesel, man. Bagley hits a nice little shot. Just comes up. Oh, my God. That is... Wow. Wow. That is a rebound. That's the difference between modern era ball. I'm a man, and I mean, you guys are men too, but I'm just a little bit more man than you guys are.
It's off the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. It's hauled in by San Diego. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Shaq. Thompson outside. Fires the 3. Pass in. Coming off the assist from O'Neal. Shaq's got 6 assists now in the game. Schroeder surveying the floor. Thompson finds O'Neal. Over Collins. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Okoro passes to Giddey, and he comes up with the deuce. Giddey's got 11 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Schroeder, 6 points for him. O'Neal inside, working on Collins. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Porter.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allen. And O'Neal is right there.
And those second chance
Shaq
points really
just
become
again,
almost like bonus
They
points.
just don't have any side. This was never going to be a con because they just don't have any rebounders in there. It's all he's got a bunch of stretch 4s and stretch 5s. The guys who are like, we'll spotlight their size here in a moment here, but look at this. It's just ridiculous. There's just no resistance. And then they don't have anybody. You got 4 guys, and they're not even trying to get to the basketball. They're just letting things happen. This is the difference. Yeah, this is the modern era. I mean, you just don't have people going to the offensive glass. I mean, the boxing out with any type of fervor. They're just sitting there waiting, watching it happen while Shaq just, wow, out rebounds 4 guys. Man, just, that's sad. Again, let's take a look here at their front line guys. You got Buzelis as your center. He's 6'10", 209. He's got no shot. Come on, man. 209. Got Zach Collins coming in at 6'11", 250. Okay, that's something, but he's not. I mean, he's a stretch 5. And then you're coming in with Jalen Smith, who's a baby, playing center at 6'9", 215, trying to guard Shaquille O'Neal in his prime. It just no. Just no.
When you can get them.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Pass to Buzelis. Down low. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Inside. Here's Bagley. That's tipped.
Bagley's got to go up strong with that, Bagley.
Buzelis with the ball.
Got to change your mentality playing with Shaq. Got to go up strong, man.
Shot is off. San Diego have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Porter in the corner. Top of the key, Bagley. Pass to Shaq. Fades back. That misses off the backboard. The Bulls have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now Collins. Now here's James. Here's Buzelis. Lock at 6. James kicks to Giddey. Over Porter. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Chicago is on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Buzelis. Defended by Bagley. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 9 points in the quarter.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
Shooter passes to Porter. Pass to Shaq. Fades away. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And
let's show this class. This is how not to play. Nobody. This is how not to play Shaquille O'Neal in any era. You never ever front Shaq, man. It's one of the cardinal sins with Shaq. You don't front him because either you'll just lob it over the top. So right now he's fronting Shaq. You never do that with Shaq because if you front him, they'll lob the pass over. You might get it. Now they do have a good defensive alignment here, theoretically, to play the lob. If he catches it, it's over because there's nothing. He's not doing anything with it. But once he gets it, he's in a bad position. Get the lob pass to the outside hand. Now you're trying to get back into a superior defensive position, and now Shaq uses that against you. Wide open little shot. That little patented fadeaway of his. Swish. Using your motion against him. Sort of where defense isn't. Perfect.
Chicago shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Giddey. Now Buzelis, defended by Bagley. The shot by Buzelis, no good. San Diego has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Schroeder dishes to Bagley. From down in the low post, it goes. Bagley's got his second basket of the night.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Buzelis with the ball, defended by Bagley. Schroeder against Giddey. Outside Porter. Now here's Thompson. He's got 15. Back to Porter. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Buzelis with the ball. He's got 13. Hits it from three-point range. Buzelis has got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Pass to Shaq. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Shaq's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And Buzelis is in a rhythm now. He's playing to his strengths and taking what is offered from the defense.
Well, Josh Giddey provides a floor general's mentality, RJ, in a 6'8" frame.
Yeah, he sees the floor extremely well and prides himself on his ability to create easy looks for his teammates, especially in transition.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Catching up on the changes for San Diego. Sharch checked in for Bagley. McDermott comes in for Porter. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Keon Ellis in for Dennis Schroeder. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for Josh Giddey. That's good from O'Neal.
There you saw it again. Listen, again, they don't have any rebounds. Listen, this is sad. If Shaq had missed this, he still is in a great position because you're coming in with Okoro trying to box, because usually he's the up man. Usually you have the first man. He's the up man to block the free throws. That's the first guy you block, obviously, in the free throw shooting situation. But they're coming with little Okoro. He's got no shot. Look at Shaq uses him like a defensive line drill. Those defensive tackle dummies in football where they practice, going off the edge. He just swim moves him. He would have got his own rebound, even if he had missed it. Sad, man.
Chicago's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Buzelis. Smith kicks to James. Here's Buzelis, covered by Sharch. And here we go. Beyond the arc. And Okoro pulls it down. Okoro's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep, James. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. San Diego has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. McDermott passes to Joe. O'Neal is double. And the dunk by O'Neal.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Smith with a screen on Ellis. Pass to Buzelis. Now here is Smith, defended by Shaq, and they're able to recover. Buzelis' shot is good. 1:53 left in the third. Joe passes to McDermott. Over in the corner, Ellis. And that one drops for him. Ellis has got his third basket of the night right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Smith with a screen on Ellis. Smith outside. On the wing, James. Clock at 4. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Joe. San Diego has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Now here's James. Defense is right there. In the corner, Smith with it. Baseline try. And no good.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trapped.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Jones finds Okoro. And here is James, covered by Joe. Jones, the pass to James. That shot off.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
Pass to McDermott. To the inside. SHAQ passes to McDermott. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. O'Neal's got assist number 9 now. Wow.
That was a horrible double team.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That was a horrible double team by Chicago. They weren't even, at this point, they just bowed out. Like, yeah, because you got Shaq. That's where you want him at the pinch post area. He's not really a threat to score right there in that situation. I mean, he could do a drive in, maybe a spin, but you got time to react. Like, let's at least let him, if you're going to double team here, double team on the dribble. Don't double team on the catch. Because if you do it on the catch, it's just too easy. Especially from that angle. Hey, come on. And then you go into a knockdown shoot with McDermott. Oh man, the Bulls can't help themselves tonight, guys.
Getting it done for San Diego. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Saric. Isaiah Joe is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Porter at small forward. The shot's good from Carter.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Joe. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Saric. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Eubanks, covered by Smith, off target at the rim. The Bulls shooting about 35% from the floor, not much falling for them. Jones, the pass to Carter. And here's Smith. Here's Giddey, pass to Williams. Launches a 3. Eubanks grabs the miss. San Diego shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Tries from 16, and that's good off the glass that time.
Schroeder goes flat.
Even with the big lead, he
the bank is
focused
open
on the task at hand.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Giddey kicks to Smith. Baseline J on the way, and that's good for 2. Here's Schroeder. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Porter. Now here's Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. And a wide open look for Porter. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's 11 points for Michael Porter. Here's Jones. Outside Williams. And when players get into a little extracurricular conversation with opponents, RJ, do you think officials are a little too quick to hit them with a double T?
No, that's just officials trying to get control of the game, giving both players a warning. That's all a tough technical is a warning, because we don't have both players have been warned. We have both players have technicals.
Porter, no luck. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Carter, the pass to Giddey. And here is Williams. Smith dishes to Williams. Shoots the 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Schroeder outside. Porter looking it over. Over Giddey. Porter can't get that one to fall. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Giddey kicks to Williams. Bulls moving the ball around to the paint. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high.
Nice back cut by Chicago right there.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Joe. Now Eubanks covered by Smith. Outside Porter fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Schroeder passes to Joe. Now here's Šarić. Schroeder right side. That one misses. Good D by Jones. Šarić against Carter. Pass to Jones. On the wing, Williams. Carter with the screen. Williams kicks to Carter. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Now here's Schroeder. Over Jones. And it's Schroeder missing.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Outside Williams. Jones finds Williams. Smith sets the pick for Williams. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Schroeder. Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Porter against Giddey. Outside Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And San Diego calls time here. And San Diego will go with a different look here. O'Neal's checked in for Eubanks. Bankley comes in for Šarić. Klay Thompson is checked in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Ellison for Dennis Schroeder. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Zach Collins checked in for Smith. Ellis comes in for Williams. Okoro, he's checked in for Trey Jones. And James subbed in for Javon Carter. Giddey kicks to Collins. It's rebounded by O'Neal. San Diego, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And here is Ellis. Thompson outside. Shaq with a screen on James. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how about the force with which the Diesel plays? Shaq on attack.
For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Outside Collins. Here's Buzelis. Defended by Bagley. And here's James outside. Drops in the tray.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now Ellis. Thompson outside. High post shot. Again, San Diego.
And you can tell that Clay trusts his guys. He calls a play, and they just go to the right spots.
Collins up top. To the middle. Here's Buzelis. Great D that time from Bagley.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Ellis, the pass to Thompson. Now here's Ellis. Bagley kicks to Ellis. 3 on the clock. Pass to Porter. The tray. They get it back. And Shaq with the slam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Buzelis with the ball. Defended by Bagley. James, no good. Outside, Porter. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Getting not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Ellis with it. Porter kicks to Thompson. San Diego moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Bagley the pass to O'Neal. Over Collins. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Now here's James. Banked in off the glass. 1:46 left in the game. Here's Ellis. Outside, Porter. A 3 ball. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Diego.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shaquille O'Neal.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Ellis second at charge.
46 seconds
Ellis
left in the fourth
in,
quarter.
bro. And a blowout, second at charge.
Pass to McDermott. Back to Ellis.
Ellis.
Launches it. Good on the triple.
Two-way player.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Now, here's Collins. Outside, James. Here's Collins. Eubanks defending. 5 on the clock. Here's Buzelis. And Jones sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
San Diego team ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And here is San Diego now. And here is Ellis.
Right on. I love this game.
So San Diego wins it. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to
They
commend
for both games,
this
don't
sort
got
of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here now with Klay Thompson. And Klay, congratulations on the win. How satisfying is it winning games in front of this devoted crowd?
Well, we always want to put on a show for our fans. They deserve it. They show up every single night. And it's just fun to protect home court.
It's one of the best places to play in the league, no doubt. Thanks, Klay.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the...
Well, we saw a total domination by Team Diesel as they just worked their half-court offense to death tonight. How many? They had 36 team assists to the Bulls 19. That is what you call sharing the sugar, bro. Sharing the sugar tonight with Team Diesel. 7 steals, 4 blocks. The biggest lead was 42 points. The Bulls never had the lead at any point in the game. Total domination by Team Diesel, as we expect. 10 for 21 from downtown. Most of those threes were wide open because of the good offensive runs and the double teaming on Shaquille O'Neal that was very, very overzealous, in my opinion. Some of those double teams didn't have to happen, but they got them, and Shaq took advantage of it. And the Bulls just had no rebounding of any kind. They had 27 defensive rebounds the entire game. I think Shaq had 20 rebounds by himself. Let's take a look at that, guys. Yeah, Shaq just about out-rebounded the entire Bull front line by 1. Let me take one more look at that. He had 26 rebounds, and the Bulls themselves had 27 defensive rebounds. Yikes. That's the modern era for you, folks. Not knocking it. I'm just saying those are the pluses and the minuses. You know, we did see that the Bulls do a pretty good job from taking advantage of Shaquille O'Neal from outside. Because as we all know, Shaquille O'Neal is not good at defending pick and roll in any era, especially in today's era where the game is much more stretched out than it ever was when Shaq played. So we saw them have a couple moments of success with that. But you need something else to go with it, because once the three-pointers stop falling, where else do you go? Especially when the other team is beating the bejabbers out of you in the paint. You gotta have something else to go to other than jacking up three-pointers. You know, basketball is not a zero-sum game. You gotta have a different way to be able to put the ball in the basket other than just, step back threes and dribble handoffs and things like that. You know, basic stuff, perimeter offense stuff. Giddey had a pretty good game, I thought, at least from a offensive perspective. He went 8 for 16, 17 points. He was okay, but he didn't have really that much impact. He didn't get his teammates involved. And that's the number one job of point guard. Get your teammates involved. So much is made in today's era of point guards who can score. I'm like, when did it start being about point guard scoring? I mean, the whole point of a point guard is to lead and to usher and to get the other 4 guys their shots. And if you score, yeah, that's fine, but let it be off the efforts that you've created from other guys getting open. And the best point guards in the history of the game always score after the other teammates have gotten theirs. You know, from Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, those kind of guys, you know. Those are the best ones. Gary Payton, you know. Steph Curry to a certain degree. Even Steph Curry has his moments where he'll, remember when Klay Thompson was there? You know, when Klay would get it going, Steph would sit back and let Klay go get it, man. Like, Steph ain't got to be number one guy. Steph will go out there, hey, Go get your shit, number 11. Go get your shit. You know, Steph will sit back and let Clay take 40 shots if he wants, if he got it going. That's what a point guard does. You know? But as we see here, Shaquille O'Neal just, manhandled this entire front line. 40 points, 26 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 blocks, and he had 2 steals too. Klay Thompson, we just talked about him. He had a great shooting night. He just 8 for 10 tonight, 3 for 4 from downtown. He had so many wide open shots off the double teams. Michael Porter Jr. came in with 16 points shot, 7 for 15 from downtown. Gave him a bit. Ellis with the good defense. Had a few turnovers there, but that's all right. Most of that happened in the second half when the game was completely out of question. Schroeder came in, had a great performance, 8 and 8, almost a double-double from him, distributing the ball and leading his teammates and getting the offense initiated. Let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from Mr. Diesel himself. I don't know why he double-teamed right there at the pinch post. That's where you want. You want Shaq at the pinch post area. That's where you want to receive the ball. You know, and then, you know, guys like, you know, Olajuwon and Jokic and even Chamberlain are more dangerous in that area than Shaq ever will be. Like Shaq generally, you want to get him out of the low block area and make him receive the ball foul line extended, if you can. Then you got a chance. Once he gets to where he gets those 2 steps in, he can just take 2 dribbles and then turn. It's pretty much over for you. And you never, ever, ever, ever front Shaquille O'Neal. I think I saw a play. I think I showed a play earlier where Buzelis tried to front Shaq and got murdered. You never, ever, under any circumstances, front Shaquille O'Neal. It never works. But yeah, guys, that's the story out here. Chicago Bulls taking that butt kicking at the hands of Team Diesel, who now go to 20-3 in the Western Conference. Absolutely killing it in the West. They are now the second hottest team in the NBA. Behind, you guessed it, Team Larry Bird. Team Larry Bird is still doing his thing. And speaking of which, I believe Team Bird is up next, and they have a pretty tough game coming up against the Bucks. Bucks aren't this good this year, but they still got Giannis. At least in this world, Giannis is playing. So along with Miles Turner, so it should be a pretty good game. But speaking of Team Diesel, they're at 20-3, 7 games in a row. Shaquille O'Neal completely dominant. As you can see over there, Team Showtime right on their heels with 2 games behind the Jays at 15-7. And as we are coming into the second week of December, as you can see, as I've said before, the upper echelon teams are separating themselves. You can see it. It's going to be hard to catch those top seeds after December's over with, especially in the Western Conference where things are a lot more separated than it is in the East. As we go and take a look out here in the East, we'll put on Team Larry Bird. I believe they're up next against them. You see here in the Eastern Conference, everything's a lot more gridlocked with all the top teams holding sway, but they're starting to separate now as Team Chamberlain lost their second game of the season earlier today against Team Olajuwon in a masterful performance by Team Dream. If you missed that game earlier, go check that out. That was a great tactical performance by Team Dream. Olajuwon was not the offensive star of that game, guys, and yet they totally took Chamberlain out of what he wanted to do. It was beautiful. Beautiful team. It was a beautiful team defensive scheme that they had on Chamberlain to slow him. They didn't stop him, but they slowed him down, and that was the key. And they kept him off the offensive glass, which is the main thing that really kills you with Chamberlain, his offensive rebounding, and his going back up with putbacks at close range. But as you see here, Team Larry Bird sitting here at 16-5. I believe they're up next. Yep, playing the Milwaukee Bucks. I do so believe. Yep. It will be Giannis and Bird and Miles Turner. This will be a good one right here, boy. This will be a good one. Giannis is playing. Got Cole Anthony, Gary Trent, A.J. Green stretching the floor. Larry Bird will have to stay home on him. He can't help. Bird usually is a good help defender, but A.J. Green will have to stay home on him because otherwise he'll light you up from downtown. Alex Sarr and Sabonis will have their hands full with Giannis in the open court. That will be a nightmare. Look for Ben Simmons to draw the defensive matchup on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not saying he's going to stop him, but at least he has the athletic ability and the size to stay with Giannis in the full court. Other than that, you got no chance. So that will be a very, very good game. Spotlighting Team Bird here, keeping with that theme. Again, Team Larry Bird, the hottest team in the NBA right now, and they have to be because they've encouraged so much drama in the beginning of the season, where they started the season off very, very poorly, but since that time have gone on a 10-game winning streak to get themselves back within striking distance of the top seeds in the Eastern Conference. They're still not there, but they're on the verge. And they're playing mutual opponents, which is big because right after this game, they're going to play Team Jordan again, another rematch. And it's important that they win that game because if they do that, that'll bring Team Jordan down another peg and make them that much closer to getting in that top 3 where Team Bird wants to be to get that home court advantage in the playoffs. Because after this, the season isn't over, obviously, but the ability to move up, that's the key. You see, I say it, if you're new to the stream, December in the NBA traditionally has always been the month where top teams separate themselves from the lower teams. And if you're not really contending by mid-December, you're pretty much looking at a 5 seed, 4 seed at best, maybe the 4 seed. You can forget about 3, 2, and 1. You ain't catching them boys because you'll be so far. You'll be like 8, 7 games behind. You're not gonna make that up. That again, number 1, number 2, number 3 seeds are the number 1, 2, and 3 for a reason. They don't have 6-game losing streaks. They don't lose 3 games in a row. So even though you might go on a 5-game winning streak, but guess what? So are they. That's the problem. So Team Larry Bird right now is in striking distance of breaking into that top upper echelon. But a lot of things need to go their way in the next couple of games. They got to win tonight against the Bucks, obviously. That's number 1. But 2, they have to hope for some help from other people, and they've got to beat Team Jordan coming up in their mutual matchup with them. Now, speaking of the bad boys and their situation, they just had a bad situation against the Miami Heat that set them back, but they jumped back on the schneid here against the Miami Heat. Now they're going on a big-time road trip. They'll be playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and they meet Team Jordan. Again, another big game. That's another swing game. Whoever wins that is going to fall down the standings. Again, you see where I'm going with this. Say, for instance, if by the way, Team Jordan has to work it out. They got 2 tough games. They got to play Team Bird followed right behind the bad boys on a back-to-back with no rest. Let's go ahead and spotlight Team Jordan real quick. Take a look at their schedule. Let's go ahead and spotlight these guys. Because Team Jordan is, look at that, guys. You got one night you got 86 Larry Bird, then you got 85 Isaiah Thomas and the bad boys on a back-to-back with no rest. Good God. But at least the league saw fit to give them a long rest after that until they played Chamberlain. they managed. So far, Team Jordan has already been through the ringer in the last 2 weeks. They lost to Shaquille O'Neal. They gave Chamberlain his first loss. Then they turned around and played Bird for the first time, and Larry Bird went in there and absolutely destroyed Team Jordan with a good team performance. Then they played San Antonio in a barn burner. That was a great game, but they pulled away late. And then they gave it to then they played the Team Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and destroyed those guys. Kareem's been going with this. That's how I went the story. You missed that the other day, man. Kareem is going through it right now. He's just a mess right now. They're just falling like a knife. So now with Team Jordan doing that, now they have to play Team Bird coming up on the road in their house. Then they come back and play the bad boys. 2 tough, brutal games with absolutely no rest. Good luck, Micheal Jordan. Have fun with that journey. Jesus. Have fun with that. But going on with that, if Team Jordan was to win both of those games, that would put them right on a collision course with the Globetrotters for the number 1 spot, as you see here, that they'll be playing here about after that whole week is over with. Now, I have to say that the Globetrotters themselves, we spotlight those guys, because they'll be off that entire week as well, so they'll be idle that entire week as well. So it will set up a winner-take-all for the number 1 spot in the Eastern Conference, and from that point on, they really aren't playing any mutual opponents in the Eastern Conference as far as legend teams, except for a Larry Bird game here with them, with the Trotters. And that's it. Everything else is just, modern era teams and Western Conference legends. So yeah, it is really, really tight right now. Really tight. Spotlighting Team Kareem right here. They're at 17-6. They lost their last two games, and they look bad doing it as they fell to Team Chamberlain. Actually, they've lost to Chamberlain twice in 2 weeks, and they're 2 in their last 6. They beat Showtime by a point. They barely beat Team Showtime, barely by a point, and got lucky. They could be worse than that. Then they came out, had a pretty good performance against Team Chamberlain, lost that game, rebounded against the Jazz, and lost a game that they were supposed to win against Cleveland. Cleveland shocked them. Then they barely beat the Clippers by about, just a bit, 11 points there? Being by 11, barely, and it was a lot closer than that. Then they turned right back around and got completely dominated by Chamberlain and then dominated by Jordan. Now they have to come up here tomorrow night and then play the Raptors. So it's just been brutal, and they look bad. Like, the way Chamberlain dominated him, it was just like a man playing with the ball. I hate to say I love Kareem, but man, he just took the skyhook away from him. It's like he just kept forcing him off the block and making him receive the ball like 11 feet from the basket. And Kareem can hit from there, but not nearly as much as he'll hit from like 5 or 6 feet. So it make all the difference when you push a man off the block and don't let him get the ball where he wants to get it to set up his offense. And with Team Jordan did the same thing. With Team Jordan had a situation where they had somebody come in named Moses Brown. I was about like this because Team Jordan had an injury to Valanciunas. And let's go ahead and just bring the box score up for you guys to see it. Valanciunas is not playing this game. And Moses Brown came off the bench. This is Moses Brown. This gentleman here came off the bench in his first game of the season. First game. He gets in and takes advantage of Kareem. Because remember, Kareem is the sole real rebounding big man on this team. He doesn't have a weak side defensive man or a weak side rebounder to help him. So as Kareem is going in for shot blocks, Moses is coming in on the offensive glass, cleaning up. He had 7 offensive rebounds in this game, taking advantage of Kareem's shot blocking tendencies, and got 17 rebounds and had 19 points on putbacks. Because every time Kareem goes, like, you got Michael Jordan driving in. We all know what Michael does. Michael draws all kind of attention. You go and block his shot, you don't get it. Goes to the boards. Nobody's boxing out. Boom. And keep in mind, Homeboy is 7'2". I mean, you can't teach height. He's 7'2", 245. So he ain't got to go too high. And then you have to factor in Kareem's team again doesn't have a lot of big guys. They got Bobby Portis Jr., who's 6'10", 250, but he don't get up like that. He's not a guy that's gonna overcome a 7'2" guy. Now he ain't got no Charles Barkley in him. Like Barkley could do stuff like that, be an undersized rebounder and go over 7-footers and get rebounds. He ain't got it like that. They got Russell. He's not a big time rebounder. Miller. You got Zaire Williams, who's 6'9", 195 pounds. He ain't gonna do it. You got Nicholas Claxton. He's probably your best bet, but man, he ain't gonna do it. So they really, really, really got punished, and it really exposed Team Chamberlain's. Not Chamberlain, but Kareem. If Kareem doesn't step up and rebound the way he has to, you wonder can Team Kareem, at this point, if they play any team that has any type of alternate, like for instance, if they play like say, if they were to match up against the Sixers, the way that they're built now, if they match up against the Timberwolves with Rudy Gobert, if they match up against the New York Knicks, people who have multiple rebounders who can go in there and really put the screws to you, you'll start to wonder, can Team Kareem hold their position that they have now, much less even get to the second round playoff matchup with a potential legend team? Because the way it's looking right now, they're going to fall all the way down. Bird and them are going to catch them, and they're going to fall down where Bird's at. And they'll be down there with the Raptors and the Celtics and the Sixers, looking for a play-in tournament spot. It's going to be brutal. But that's their journey. But with that little bit of a recap, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set for you guys for Team Larry Bird taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, led by the legendary one-time champion Giannis Antetokounmpo, taking on 3-time NBA champion 1986 Larry Bird. His best year he ever was, his prime year, and his mates. And I will have that game coming for you guys in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe a little longer. Just go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're there when I go live, and share the content, and like it, and whatever else you can do. And make sure you guys are reading the description area, because I leave detailed stories, storylines, and stats, and records and everything for StatTrack, and to keep from game to game to keep you guys up to date what's going on. And if you're new to the series, please go ahead and check out my NBA Legends in the Modern Era Ultimate Showdown playlist on my channel where I have a detailed description on how the season works and how the teams are built. I'll give you a short synopsis now. Essentially what this series is, I've taken 10 legends from the NBA from various years of their peaks. For instance, for a short list, I'll just do 1991 Michael Jordan. As you see here, 1986 Larry Bird, 1987 Magic Johnson, 1985 Isaiah Thomas, not 89, not 90, when he was in his prime, not his championship years. We're going when he was in his absolute physical prime, the best he ever was. From 85, Isaiah Thomas. We have 1994, Akeem Olajuwon, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain, 1974, Dr. J. Julius Erving from the ABA, and we have 1975, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I believe, I know, and also, of course, 2006, Kobe Bryant, and 2001, Shaquille O'Neal. And we have built teams around them with modern era players strategically. Each team is built around each corresponding player's skill sets. Like, the premise is, if you had these players, how would you build teams around them so they could have success in today's game? Now, there are rules to this now. Each team comes with the caveat that the number one player at the time of the expansion draft has to be an 85 overall. Meaning you have your legend player, who he is, a 99, whatever. The second best player can only be an 85 overall at the time of the draft. Now, during the season, you're going to have effects that affect people's playing ability, like chemistry, and then focused training modules that focus on particular skill sets to make them better within the scheme scope, the team scope of what they're running. So that's why you're seeing Sabonis is 87, and Sarr's actually gotten better. Now every corresponding player after that 85 overall player is drafted has to be an 80 or under. No team can have more than 2 85 overall players at the time of the expansion draft, and you can go check that out video in the list. It's the first video in the playlist. And everything else is explained too on the description. But that's pretty much the premise of how everything works. Because what we want to do here, we want to go ahead and showcase these legends both from a positive standpoint and also a negative. Because it ain't all roses. They're not gonna just see guys coming here and just, they're gonna have their moments, they're gonna dominate, but they're gonna have weaknesses, and we have seen them. Larry Bird, he struggles in one-on-one coverage, man. When you get Bird switched out on one of these like the small forwards of today, they have a lot more bag now. These small forwards, there's not a lot of spot ups. When Bird was playing the small forward position, the wingman typically was a guy who posted up, came off cuts, and caught and shoot for the most part, with the exception of maybe Dominique Wilkins. And Dominique really wasn't all of a bounce guy. He would come off screens and catch, and then maybe one, two dribbles and go. Now you're seeing a lot more ISO ball with small forwards in today's game, and two guards who swing in there. So Bird gets a lot of that, especially when he plays against guys like Brandon Ingram, gives him problems. Obviously, Giannis going to give him problems when they match up. You're going to see it coming up later on. But that's just a short thing there. And, yeah, guys, that's how the series works. And, yeah, information dump like a mug, but that's what we do here on this channel. I said it before, and I'll say it again. My channel is for hardcore sports fans, not people who just celebrity dick ride athletes. I'm just being honest. I'm just going to be straight up. I talk about strict, strategic sports, good and bad. There are no heroes here. There is no one here beyond reproach. Like I had a game yesterday with Michael Jordan. When I played against Michael Jordan, I showcased some of Jordan's weaknesses. Go check that out, guys, if you missed that game the other day. I know everybody thinks Michael Jordan's the greatest ever. I think he is too, but homeboy got weaknesses. Oh yes, let me tell you, he got some. You can go at him defensively in some situations, and I exposed some of that in the other series. And the other game I did yesterday with Kareem. Go check that out if you missed it. But my point is, come to my channel, sit back, relax, and prepare to have your brain stimulated. If you don't like that, that's fine too. You don't like reading, you don't like, long videos, you don't like long actual game footage, not just highlights, that's fine. But if you do, this is the place for you. Go ahead and spread the word about what's going on over here, guys, and I will see you guys in the next 20 to 30 minutes for Team Larry Bird, trying to move up and get back in the upper echelon of the Eastern Conference as they take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks here on Lexington Strong Style Sports presents the NBA Legends in the Modern Era Ultimate Season Showdown. Who's going to win it? We're still going. We're in December now, guys. Who's going to take it? We got a long road ahead of us.
Bye.